Is there really even a need for me to do an in-depth video previewing the New England Patriots for 2019? They've been to 3 straight Super Bowls now. They just won their 6th Lombardi trophy this past season. They've got the best head coach of all time in Bill Belichick. They've got the best quarterback of all time in Tom Brady. Sure, they lose Rob Gronkowski. Whatevs. How many guys have they lost on that team over the years? And it doesn't matter. They'll still have Julian Edelman. Maybe Josh Gordon could put down the bottle in the peace pipe and actually stay on the field for a good portion of the season. They could lose Gronkowski and potentially be better on offense. Oh, and for all we know, Gronk could sit there and come back in the middle or later part of the season and want to try and win himself another ring. Not 100% likely, but certainly possible. You can talk about they lose Trey Flowers via free agency, and then they just draft somebody like Chase Winovich, who you project being another one of those types of guys. You know, you look at last year, one of their first 2 first-round picks, Isaiah Wynn, blew out his Achilles, wasn't it? Missed the entire season. Now he's back. So they won the Super Bowl without their first of their 2 first-round picks. You look at the way they changed their team, and they built it around in the playoffs, being able to run the ball and playing tight-nosed defense and hard-nosed defense. And look at Sony Michel and what he was able to do. But if he gets hurt, well, then you got like 3 other dudes that are just going to step in. You drafted Damian Harris. Like, what the hell is the difference here? And then to top it all off, the puppet master of the NFL, Bill Belichick, manages to find a way to get Antonio Brown. And to make that happen, the Steelers, when you follow the trail of how all this played out, the Steelers took a $21 million cap hit because they were so desperate to get rid of him. The Oakland Raiders gave up a 3rd and 5th round pick to Pittsburgh to get him so he could never play for him, just like when they traded a 3rd round pick last year for Martavis Bryant. So that way New England could swoop in and give him a 1-year deal. Like, Jesus Christ, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. Unless Bill Belichick gets locked in a cell for 6 months, or Tom Brady has a season-ending injury, maybe a bunch of teams are going to try and sign Bernard Pollard off the scrap. He'd be like, you got one job to do. Like, what is it going to matter? They are clearly still the class of their division. They're still clearly one of the class teams in the AFC and all of the National Football League. This doesn't make them unstoppable. It doesn't mean that they're not beatable at all. But this is going to be really, really hard to knock this team off. They got the best head coach of all time. I mean, what more can you say? You can say, well, 2 years ago, after that season, they lost Matt Patricia, their defensive coordinator. Well, they just won the Super Bowl without him. Oh, now they lost their most recent defensive coordinator in Flores. Okay, what's your point? You still got Belichick. He's the one that calls all the real shots on the defensive side of the ball. And then it's like on offense. It's so stupid, man. It's like the rich get richer. It's just like society as a whole. The Patriots are able to sit there and swoop in as other teams screw things up. They are able to take advantages of situations, and it's just, if it wasn't so unfair, it would be truly comical. And the hell with it, it is still comical. I mean, what are the Patriots going to do? At worst case scenario, win 12 games. Most, they might win 14 or damn 15 games. At this point, I'd be stunned if they didn't end up with the top overall seed and weren't finding themselves playing in the AFC Championship game. The only thing I can point to is that at some point in time, the run is going to end. At some point in time, the run has to end. But the run might have to end by somebody beating them in the Super Bowl. Because, man, oh man, you talk about Sony Michel in the backfield, an improved offensive line with Isaiah Wynn coming back in 2019. And then, assuming you keep all 3 guys all year, which is an assumption nonetheless, but you could have Antonio Brown and Josh Gordon on the outside and Julian Edelman in the slot. And then, hey, if he comes out the IR at some point actually healthy, maybe N'Keal Harry will give you something too. Like, Christ almighty. It's almost like if you're in the AFC, and especially in the AFC East, you just want to throw in the damn towel. Why even bother?